It is Independence Day, and you're watching TV Hamilton's live coverage of the 4th of July Parade. And this 4th of July Parade presented by the Michael J. Colligan Fund and the Hamilton Community Foundation. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ty Bradshaw.
And I'm Vanessa Cannon.
And we're excited because this year's parade is bigger, better, and maybe a little bit hotter than ever. We've got more than 100 units participating in this year's parade, 1,700 participants taking part in this year's march. And get this parade from start to finish, nearly a mile long. They're stepping off from the Butler County Fairgrounds and making their way across High Street here in Hamilton. And it's going to be a great parade, Vanessa.
I think it's going to be awesome. It's so long. There's so many people involved. And the theme this year is baseball, apple pie, and ice cream. I don't think there's anything more American than that, honestly.
Absolutely not. And a tradition for sure is the fact that we're all working on Independence Day. And you're getting to see a shot that you rarely get to see. That's a shot of our entire crew. You see Steve and Sam and Jacob there in the back. You got Jeff behind the camera. We've got a whole host of other people helping out, but we're so grateful to TV Hamilton and the entire crew for all the work that they put in. And Vanessa, I see the parade coming through. Should we get things started?
Let's kick it off. Let's go.
And things are always led off by the City of Hamilton Police Department. We'll see the parade banner coming up here soon, and of course the Butler County Sheriff. Some things never change in this parade, Vanessa.
No, there's always, well, first of all, the Hamilton infrastructure that has allowed us to have electricity today, which we're so grateful for, and these awesome policemen leading the parade.
Without a doubt. Special thanks to the City of Hamilton Department of Infrastructure for helping to set all this up, and thanks to our men and women in blue who keep the city safe and also put in a lot of work to make sure that this parade is safe and that people have fun.
Yeah, with the parade being a mile along, you can imagine all the opportunity and need for us to organize. So the police have been awesome for us this year.
And folks, keep in mind when you see people walking who look as professional as these that you see coming through the square right now, this is near the end of the parade route. So they're going to make it across the bridge. They've been marching from the Butler County Fairgrounds. This is probably, I don't know, maybe about a 2-mile parade.
Yes.
It's a long walk on a hot day, and especially if you're in full uniform like some of these guys, it's gonna raise the temperature pretty quickly. You're looking now at the Michael J. Colligan parade banner, which I believe is usually carried by some Boy Scouts, but I think I see some baseball players. That makes sense with the theme of this year's parade.
Hopefully they're carrying apple pie too, because that would be super great.
And we're always willing to sample here with TV Hamilton.
You have ice cream, we will have it.
Yeah, if they have ice cream, I might just shove my face in it at this point, though, because it's so hot.
It really is.
And again, big thank you to the Michael J. Colligan Fund and the Hamilton Community Foundation for all the tremendous work that they do to sponsor and make this parade happen. To Troy and Kathy Schwabel, the chair people of the 4th of July Parade Committee, we're so grateful to them and the hours and hours of work that they put in. Pretty cool moment right here that I got to mention. Butler County Sheriff giving a hug to Dwayne Sparks. Dwayne is one of our adult league athletes down at the Miracle League fields. It is Dwayne's 55th birthday. He's an Independence Day baby, so happy birthday, Dwayne.
That's awesome.
And there's the Butler County Sheriff, Richard K. Jones, with his honor guard.
I always wonder about these bagpipes. How do they just recruit people that can play the bagpipes? Where do they come from?
Oh, and look, he never shies away from a camera. He was walking the other direction, but he sensed the camera. Sheriff Jones, good to see you. There is something oddly patriotic about bagpipes that shouldn't be patriotic in the United States of America, right?
And yet, it feels right.
Yeah, I think I'm just so used to it now. This is like year probably 11, I'm guessing, that I've done this parade, so I'm just used to seeing it now. We've got a couple more of the Butler County Sheriff's Department vehicles coming through. They always have a pretty big contingent. And folks, throughout the broadcast, you'll likely hear our producer, life guru, life coach, I don't know what you want to call him, Steve Caldwell, the director of TV Hamilton, who is going to be helping us in the event that we need a little direction or correction. I guess it depends on how this goes.
Just in case he needs to mute us, things like
right.
that, you know. And this is the whole emergency response services for Butler County. So it is a nice display of all the services that we get every day.
And actually, what you're looking at now, this is a pretty cool story. This is the Riley Township Fire Department. This is a fully volunteer fire department. And get this, Vanessa, they were named Ohio's 2023 Fire Department of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Riley
that's
Township.
awesome.
Super exciting. This is actually the second time that they've been recognized. And they've got loud horns if that's part of the judging, but it's the second time that they've been recognized by the state of Ohio Fire Marshal for their service to rural Riley Township here in Butler County. Established in 1947 and lots of different vehicles there. In 2019, they went out on 300 calls for a 100% volunteer fire department. That's a lot of calls to make.
That really is. 32 volunteers make that possible.
Congratulations again on that Ohio Fire Department of the Year. What an impressive honor. Just testing horns, I think is what it is.
Got to make sure it works.
It's working, that's for sure. And again, as we've got some more vehicles coming through, we want to let you know a little bit about Michael J. Colligan, because for all these years we've been saying the Michael J. Colligan Fund, the Michael J. Colligan Fund, but we've not really told you much about them. Michael Colligan was a veteran who opened a fund with the Hamilton Community Foundation to support community events just like this one, the 4th of July Parade, Memorial Day events, all those things. So it's really cool to see a veteran paying tribute to the ceremony and the tradition of things like this parade. What a wonderful fund. And again, the Hamilton Community Foundation doing so much in our community. Vanessa, I know they were telling us earlier, they've got a lot of different outreach programs.
$1 million offered every year to students in Butler County, which is crazy. If you have a senior going into like high school, this is the time to check out everything they have to offer. They also have scholarships for adults who want to go back, get a degree, do more job training, which is little known. That's something that you should take advantage of. So if you're interested in that, look up the Hamilton Community Foundation for sure.
Yeah, they're doing great work, and they recently brought on the Fairfield Community Foundation and the Ross Community Foundation as affiliate funds. Just a fantastic partnership, and great to see the growth and the outreach and all they're doing.
Yes.
Coming through the square right now, you just saw the Hamilton Fairfield DAV Chapter 15, the premier veteran service organization helping veterans and their families. They were followed by VFW Post 1069 out of Fairfield. And we got to see their van and their vehicle. And now one of our favorite traditions that always comes at the outset of the parade, it's our Veterans in Vets. The Corvette Parade here honoring the men and women who have served, and Vanessa and I will try to catch as many of these names as we can. You've got James Spicer, a U.S. Air Force veteran out of World War II.
And James Savage, U.S. Army and Air Force in Iraq. Well, I like that blue. That looks good.
That is blue, and a lot of these Corvettes that you're looking at, they bring them to the parade by members of the Corvette of Hamilton Club. And they also do the driving, which is just tremendous that they always make their calendars free on this day, because it's such a special moment for our veterans to receive the service that they deserve.
And the kids love it too.
Oh,
this
they
is such
do.
A fun one for
Yeah,
kids.
they look forward to it every year. In the red Corvette there, that's Vic Chrisman, a U.S. Army veteran from Vietnam and a Purple Heart winner. Boy, this maroon one coming up is pretty impressive. That is a sleek vehicle, and the one behind it even more so. My
Woo!
goodness.
Yeah. This is Sandy Becker from the U.S. Marine Corps from Vietnam. Wow.
Especially, we love to see all of our veterans recognized, but those Vietnam veterans who came back home during such a difficult time politically and culturally, it's great to see them get that. We're looking at James Yermanek, a U.S. Army veteran from Vietnam.
That one looks space age, I would say.
Yeah.
That one's fancy.
Space age is a good description.
Yeah. Kind of like the Batmobile.
A little bit of the Batmobile. That's what came to mind for me, too. Yeah.
This is John Robbins with the U.S. Army from Vietnam. And he's got a top, so that's nice for him. Not so hot.
And it's a long stretch of Corvettes. I'm looking down at the Martin Luther King Boulevard interchange, and it looks like there's still more coming. This is Mike Howard, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran from Vietnam.
And Charles Dixon, U.S. Army from the Korean.
In the blue Corvette, that's David A. Blevins, another Vietnam veteran serving in the United States Army.
Now that's the kind of hat. See, that's like the bucket hat. Then you won't get burned.
Right. We've got some members of our crew that are, what do we call that? Melanin
sensitive.
challenged, I think, is maybe the word we're
Richard
looking for.
Rathkins from U.S. Air Force. Ooh, I like that one.
Some are hair challenged.
We've got Mark Trosper, a United States Army veteran who served from 79 to 1981.
Stephen Kleiner from the U.S. Army Combat Infantry.
Actually, a bonus in that vehicle. I think
Oh,
we've got
yeah.
2 veterans. David Weisinger,
Nice.
looks like from the United States Army, serving between 1963 to 1966.
And Dennis Owens from the U.S. Marine Corps, Vietnam War.
And we got about 5 more Corvettes that are making their way through. That one's got quite the engine on it. That's Ken Callahan, a U.S. Air Force veteran from the Cold War.
Oh, this really is the Batmobile.
Yeah, that-
Rhonda Ross, that's good, Rhonda. She's from the U.S. Army, 1975 to 2003, the Desert Storm.
Yeah, Rhonda and her driver stole that from that man.
That was good.
Pretty impressive.
That was good.
Scott Barr, United States Navy veteran serving in Desert Storm.
This kind of goes up with time. I like that. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, they've done a great job organizing these chronologically so we can see different eras of service.
Yeah, because this one's Robert Philpott from the U.S. Navy serving in Somalia, Operation Restore Hope.
And a couple more Corvettes to round out our Vets in Vets section of the parade. You've got Wesley Thurkfield, a United States Navy veteran, and of course, as soon as we say chronologically, they disrupt it 1956 to 1960.
Maybe he was late.
That's okay.
Who's to say? And Brian Butts from the U.S. Navy, he's a submariner.
Very
Operation
cool.
Enduring Freedom.
And what I
Very
love right
cool.
here, getting the service and the recognition that they deserve. These are
Absolutely.
active or reserve military members marching with their families.
Oh, so fun. What an honor.
Guys and girls, thank you so much for your service to our country. We are so grateful.
And right now we have the baby princess from Buckeye State. Paisley will be competing at Nationals later this month, representing as baby princess Buckeye State.
And the sash is bigger than she is.
She is, and the crown is too.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Did I?
All right, the oldest German organization in the tri-state area, that's Hamilton's Oktoberfest, Labor Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on Hamilton Cleves Road. I'm thinking those are fake beverages.
Well, who's to say? The
But we might
Lederhosen
need to
is
sample.
real.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
If that's real Lederhosen, then they get to have real beverages, I think is how that
you
works.
gotta do what you gotta do.
I believe these are the American Heritage Girls.
This was founded by a group of parents wanting a faith-based scout-type character development program for their daughters in 1995.
And boy, they got that theme down. I don't know if you saw that. They're baking apple pies on the float. They've got a baseball diamond on the back.
They nailed it.
Yeah,
That's
they
perfect.
did.
Way to
Usually
go.
there's a contest. I'm not sure what the prize is this year, but pretty incredible. That is Trail Life USA and Troop Ohio 0414. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary, guiding generations of courageous young men to honor God, lead with integrity, serve others, and experience the outdoors.
I always wonder, why can't they just, Girl Scouts have cookies, Boy Scouts, what are they? They should give us pies. Yet again,
Yes.
the pies should be coming.
I agree.
feel like we're missing the pies today.
From your lips to the Boy Scouts' ears. Let's hope that somebody gets the memo at headquarters and we end up with some pies. All right, we've got a few more vehicles coming through. It looks like the Butler County Democratic Party in the parade right now. And again, we want to give a special thanks to all of our parade organizers, particularly Troy and Kathy Schwabel, who put in so much work to to make this happen each and every year. The parade committee working alongside them and the City of Hamilton Department of Infrastructure for all the great support they provide here to us to make sure that we've got power and we're up and running. And again, you're watching TV Hamilton's live coverage of the 4th of July parade for the City of Hamilton, presented by the Hamilton Community Foundation and the Michael J. Colligan Fund.
This is the Butler County Regional Transit Authority, and they provide a free fixed route and ADA paratransit services for all of Butler County, as well as on-demand transit for only $5 a trip, which is pretty cool. So you can go to Miami, you can go all through Hamilton. It's amazing.
Bounce around all the Miami campuses.
That's right.
And I don't know if there's any bus that is more stylistically fitting for Oxford than these trolleys.
Yeah,
they look so old school. I love all the detail that went into those, and when you see them going down High Street, just the red brick road, there's something that just takes you back in time the second you see those.
Oh, it's very cool.
You're looking now at the Butler County Special Olympics. These athletes participate in various sports, including basketball, bowling. They do some bocce out at the Joe Nuxall Miracle League fields, golf, swimming, and track. I see a couple athletes I recognize, Nika Swagler, Elizabeth Crehan, Bobby Zeisler, and a couple of these athletes are actually going to be making the trip. We're taking some athletes on the road at the Joe Nuxall Miracle League fields. They're heading down to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee this summer to play in a baseball tournament.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nika's, she's on the adult league team that's going to be participating there.
That's amazing. That'll be so fun for them.
It's going to be a good trip. They're excited.
Man. We have the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Butler County. It's the oldest and largest and most successful youth mentoring organization in the United States. Founded in 1968 and based in Hamilton. They create one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. And they serve hundreds of children that are at risk every year.
And this float is rather loud. I'm guessing this is still part of our Big Brothers Big Sisters group, if I'm not mistaken.
They say that they have over 100 youth on their wait list to be matched with a big brother or sister. So if you are interested in volunteering, they would love to talk to you. There's WMOH.
Actually, I think that might have been right before WMOH. I think that was actually the Girl Scouts of Western Ohio.
Fun.
Always hard to tell on some of these floats if the banners are in certain spots. But yeah, we've got the 1450 Fogies, former DJs, news department anchors, and other WMOH music radio staff and friends from the 1970s.
Johnny Midnight. If you have a name like Johnny Midnight, you are meant to be a DJ.
There's a limited number of career options you have, and radio DJ is one of them.
Yeah, you got it.
Got another honor guard coming through. I believe this is the Hamilton Fire Department honor guard. And this is the last parade for the commander of the guard, Deputy Chief Jeff Shaw, as he retires in August.
Oh, congratulations.
Jeff, congratulations on the retirement. You get to sweat it out one more time in the honor guard uniform. Captain Brandon Hudson is going to be taking the helm. So, Brandon, we look forward to seeing you in future years. And thanks again to all of our members of the Hamilton Fire Department who keep us safe in so many ways and help plan so many great community events, help do so much to promote safety throughout our community.
Here's the Hamilton Fire Department medic unit. They might blow, who knows, they might turn on the horn, so just watch out. But
yeah, be careful.
Yeah, it's a loud one, on purpose.
One of the staples in Hamilton that so many people love, and also we want to recognize Neil Cohen, one of our parade grand marshals. There are different parade grand marshals throughout. Neil gets to ride in the fire trucks, so Neil, good to see you there. But one of the great traditions in the city of Hamilton is Safety Town.
Oh, yes.
The Safety Town program's always a great thing. It's sponsored by the Hamilton Safety Council, and it was run by Officer Bob Gentry up until his unexpected death in 2012. But when Officer Collins took the program over the following year, Officer Bob's granddaughter, Olivia and Annie, assisted as counselors. How about that? Helping Officer Collins remember the curriculum that Officer Bob had taught. His grandson Tyson assisted throughout the year as a counselor too, but again, that Safety Town program, just such a wonderful thing for our children throughout the city to take part of.
It's wonderful. Ooh, up next we have the Hamilton High Marching Band.
And let's take a listen into their performance.
The Hamilton High School Marching Band has a tradition of excellence through the state of Ohio and the nation. They scored straight superior ratings at the state finals this past fall, and the Winter Guard is the OIPA state champions. Really cool.
And Steve Caldwell, I think this was your last year as a marching band dad, correct?
It was.
Your son's off to CCM at UC. Incredible that he's headed there. He's a trumpet player, right? I always get my instruments confused.
Yeah, we'd always say hi to him on the route.
All right, now you're looking at 17 Strong, a group organizing Hamilton's neighborhoods. They're a movement of residents of Hamilton's 17 neighborhoods. Founded in 2016, they've given out hundreds of thousands of dollars in neighborhood-specific projects to make the places safer, cleaner, and more connected. Their slogan is "We is greater than me," and they're a great example of putting servant leadership into practice. And here's their mascot, Xander. I love Xander.
Based on the American Cave statue on High Street and the town's namesake, Alexander Hamilton. I love the 17 Strong. They have really done great things for the community.
Yeah, it's a passionate group. They truly love what they do. They love advocating for the city and all the different neighborhoods. And they've got so many good programs, including this program, The Cube, a community cleanup chest, bringing community cleanup equipment to the neighborhoods throughout Hamilton.
Yeah, they provide really great ways for people to get going in their community, to understand how they can make a change for positive good. And so it's been really fun to watch them have community events. They have movies in the parks. They have all kinds of stuff that they get micro grants and nano grants for to try to make the communities stronger, which is really fun.
Hey, you know what got my attention on this next float? Free ice cream.
No way!
From the Lindenwold United Methodist Church. Can we get ours now?
Now, just now.
No, you got to wait until July 23rd
man.
from 1 to 3 o'clock. Again, the Lindenwold United Methodist Church, a community church participating in lots of different programs, including trunk or treat, Easter egg hunt. They give food to pantries and so much more.
And free ice cream.
If they're giving out free ice cream, that's my kind of church.
Next we have the Kettering Health Hamilton. And honestly, let's give it up for the physicians and caregivers at Kettering Health Hamilton, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Better keep those boys healthy.
Yeah, you better, especially
Nobody
Joe Burrow.
comes within 20 feet of Joe Burrow.
No,
Otherwise, we're blaming it on Kettering.
Yeah, Kettering, you better keep him safe, healthy.
Kettering so active in the Hamilton community, managing Fort Hamilton Hospital and all the great physicians throughout satellite locations throughout Butler County and all they do. We're lucky to have them as a great healthcare provider, and especially it's starting to feel more and more distant, but coming out of the pandemic, you're just particularly thankful for all of our wonderful healthcare providers who saw us through those difficult couple years.
Yes. So grateful for them.
Yep.
We have the inpatient rehab team and all of the healthcare heroes.
Oh, and there's Sonia Cranbuell with the Fort Hamilton Community Foundation. Yes, how are you, Sonia? You're looking so patriotic.
As per the usual. We have Michael Ryan, Vice Mayor, City of Hamilton.
And again, so many good things happening in the city of Hamilton. We were talking about it with the crew before we came on the air. When you look at this parade and what was on this street maybe just 5, 6, 7 years ago, now to have Spooky Nook, to have all the new businesses, all the new restaurants that are coming, to have True West Coffee, for God's sake.
Oh, man, they were just nominated as best coffee in Butler County.
How about that?
I can't believe it.
Doesn't get any better.
No, it really doesn't. And a lot of our local businesses were actually just made best of Butler County. So it's really exciting time for Hamilton.
There is current city council member Eric Pullman. Eric, good to see you. Now, Eric's been walking for 2 miles, and there's not a bead of sweat on that
Why is
guy.
that? How is that possible?
I've been sitting in a chair, and I'm dripping.
The back sweat is real.
Yeah. That's why we do the on-camera shot at the beginning.
The very
by
beginning.
the end, nobody wants to see us.
Here we have the YWCA in Hamilton. It has a mission to eliminate racism and empower women. They facilitate the Greater Miami Coalition Against Hate, and they operate the only domestic violence shelter in the county. They provide housing and for chronically homeless individuals with disabilities, Their staff of volunteers of YWCA in Hamilton get up every day to do the work until injustice is rooted out and institutions are transformed.
And I tell you,
Super cool.
There's Wendy Canal. Hi, Wendy. Good to see the building that was built out on Route 4. This domestic violence shelter is just one of the most beautiful, impressive facilities that I've seen in the nonprofit space in quite some time.
Phenomenal.
We've got the Boys and Girls Club of Hamilton.
Yes, and we have this re-elect Susan Vaughn to Hamilton City Council. There she is, Susan Vaughn.
Susan and her husband John driving behind. John was one of my communication professors at Miami. So folks, you have and Steve. So you have John to blame for the fact that Steve and I are here doing this today.
I love that.
He was a good
He gets
man,
the
great
easy
teacher.
job.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just drive slow behind you,
Just
Susan.
make sure nobody passes out. Right?
That's right.
I believe this is probably B2E Sports Basketball based out of Hamilton. They help fund shoes for Hamilton basketball programs, grades 7 through varsity. How cool is that?
That's
They're also
so
offering
cool.
training for leagues and ball players. And I tell you, to fundraise and provide money for shoes is no easy task, because considering, like, anytime I go to buy a pair of tennis shoes now, I feel like I have to take out a second mortgage.
Yeah, they are $1,000 plus for sure. So it is really an awesome gift to the community to have a way to get them.
Yeah,
awesome.
such a great idea to kind of fill that void, pick up a need that you don't necessarily, doesn't come to mind right away.
That's right.
But then when you think about what it takes to run basketball programs for youth throughout our community, it's one thing to pay a participation fee. It's another thing to have to buy all the supplies to go with it. So,
that's right.
Job well done.
We have Andrew Kahn for City Council. He's been a resident of Butler County for 4 decades. Pretty cool.
And again, if you're just joining us on TV Hamilton's live coverage of the Independence Day Parade in the city of Hamilton, one thing we want to mention, the theme of this year's parade, baseball, apple pie, and ice cream, which is why you see so many of these great themed floats all participating in a contest with a prize presented by the Michael J. Colligan Fund.
But I still haven't gotten any ice cream.
We have received no apple pie and no ice cream.
And I feel like that would really send it over the top.
Oh, you're a winner. If I get a slice of apple pie with ice cream,
that's game over. That would be awesome.
We're gonna have to stop on the way home. We've had to say this so many times.
I know. We have the Boy Scouts of America Troop 926 from Hamilton, Ohio.
I think we've had a couple Boy Scouts troops coming through this year's parade.
It consists of lions, tigers, wolves, bears, and weebelos. Were you a weebelo?
No, I don't even know what a weebelo is. I thought you were talking about weebles.
No, I
the
don't
little
know.
Toys.
I don't know what it is either.
It sounds like fun.
It seems good.
I kind of want to be a weebelo.
I
now
wish
that,
I was.
And this parade being made part by the Michael J. Colligan Fund, you've heard us talk about that. You've heard us talk about the Hamilton Community Foundation that fund resides within. The Hamilton Community Foundation doing such good unseen work, so many things happening that they have their handprints and fingerprints all over. More than $1 million offered every single year to students in Butler County through the Scholarship Fund. It's not just Hamilton, it's all of Butler County. They also have scholarships for adults returning to college and post-secondary training programs who are trying to improve their quality of life. Their pillars, the education, arts, human need, and community development. And in addition to the Scholarship Fund, more than $1 million in community grants handed out every single year.
Such a gift to the community every year.
And the parade that you're looking at is one of the beneficiaries of those funds. They sponsor many community-oriented events, making them possible. Their impact is in fact seen all over town in hundreds of different ways. So again, special thanks to the Hamilton Community Fund, or the Hamilton Community Foundation, and all the great work they do to support Hamilton and the towns beyond.
Another group that is curiously not sweating is the Hamilton Run Club. It is a running group that meets multiple times a week and supports each other, and they look good.
It's because they're so well conditioned.
Yeah, they know what they're doing out here. They don't need to worry about it.
No, they're
like
good.
a walk, 2 miles.
Yeah.
Whatever. I can do that.
This is likely going to be a combination of the Hamilton Saints, the Hamilton Little Blue, the Hamilton Saints, a nonprofit youth football and cheer organization, And these loud fellas you hear right here, Hamilton Little Blue, located,
That's
founded in 1980, that is, providing tackle, football, and cheer programs for kindergarten through 6th grade. A little gritty action for the camera.
I saw it.
Not bad, not bad. Hamilton Little Blue striving to provide a safe and educational environment for all of their participants.
Hamilton Little Blue is a super fun organization. They meet a couple times a week, and you get your kids involved in sports, and it's super sweet to watch them.
I don't know what Fortnite is, but I think that was a Fortnite dance. I've seen my nephews do that enough.
You don't know what
I
Fortnite
know what that is. It's a game, right?
It's a game.
It's
a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Well, I'll stick with apple pie and ice cream.
Yeah,
you
same.
can keep Fortnite.
No, I want the apple pie too.
Oh,
I'll take them both. The Little Blue, their goal is to promote a high level of integrity for all the participants to ensure that Hamilton Little Blue is one of the most respectable and reputable organizations in the area. They are doing tricks. It's amazing.
Couldn't do that if my life depended on it, you know.
Couldn't pull that off.
This is the First United Methodist Church, a missional Christian community, loving God in Hamilton in downtown setting, 225 Ludlow Street.
Telling you, we all need golf carts. How
We
cute.
do.
And this little car, what is this little car? Is that the 1950 Oldsmobile Rocket?
It's something
that what that
needs a
is?
brake check if you just heard the squeals.
I don't know what that is. That's pretty cute.
That is cute.
If that's the Rocket.
I wonder if we could mount a camera to the front of one of those next year and do like mobile parade coverage, you know?
A lot of stop and go.
Considering we have so much to cover, because folks, I can't even make this up, we're only halfway through all of the units.
It is 1 mile long, my
there's
friends.
100 units in this parade, and we just reached unit number 50, so we are at the halfway mark.
With the Cincinnati Reds.
Can't be a baseball parade without the Reds.
No, with Rosie, Gapper, we got it all here.
And the Reds rover. Rosie's got a good seat on top of that.
she
Gapper
does.
hanging out the window like a madman. He stands 5'7" tall, but he swears he's 5'7" 3/4.
He can't lie about that. That's
No.
not right.
If you add the hat, I think he's there.
Yeah.
We've got Rosie Red, who's a fan favorite. She comes out to our Ladies' Night event for the Nuxall Foundation at Top Golf. Always
it's
wonderful.
The cutest. And you might know this organization,
I
the
do.
Hamilton Joes.
Good to see Daryl Grissom there again. Coach D, how you doing, baby? He had that vehicle wrapped, and it's still looking good. And
Oh,
you've
it
got
looks great.
the Hamilton Joes, a collegiate summer baseball team competing in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League, one of 8 leagues formed under the National Alliance of College Summer Baseball. Come down and watch them play baseball at Foundation Field. They are the 2-time defending champs, I believe.
And it's such a fun family event. Cheap
Yeah.
food, great seats, fun games. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's baseball up close and personal,
Yeah,
which is
that's
what I
right.
always loved about it. It's wood bat, which I think to me is baseball nostalgia at its finest.
It's super fun. This looks like Lindenwold baseball and softball. They're established in 1952, and they're located in Hamilton, of course. And they provide summer baseball and softball programs for boys aged 4 to 16 and girls aged 4 to 18 who live in Butler County.
So many good youth baseball programs throughout Butler County, and especially when you look at what Westside Little League has done over the past couple years, really
Oh my
having that
gosh.
national platform on ESPN. It's just simply
It's so fun to watch your kids' friends on TV
It is.
playing baseball. It's
Yeah.
just the greatest. Cheering for them, it's awesome.
We
and then they
have-
come home and they have
yeah.
awesome parades
They're
for
like
them.
celebrities.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, I got to MC their little like ceremony they had down
Homecoming?
here at River's
I
Edge. It
love
was
that.
incredible. It's like, I mean, just celebrities. It was so much fun.
Yes.
All right, these are police and fire vehicles from Fairfield Township. Steve Caldwell's already on his feet, clapping loudly for the Fairfield High School Marching Indians. Let's take a listen in to their performance. Steve, let's see if they got the memo. They know they're supposed to fire up the fight song when they come through the square here.
Did you tell them that?
I told somebody. I don't know if they listen, but
that's just rude.
I know.
Of course, Ty's from Fairfield and went to Fairfield.
Started out in Hamilton, though, so
all
I'm a
right.
little bit of both.
You always say that.
I went to Grant Elementary, you know.
Which is no longer.
No longer, I know. It's sad. I guess we can substitute patriotic music for the fight song. We'll allow that on the 4th of July. That's the Fairfield High School Marching Band, 175 members strong, a tradition of excellence competing in the OMEA Association Mid-States Band Association, lots of different competitions. The ensemble's competition success has also found them to be invited to perform in the Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom Parade 5 times in the past 20 years. That's exciting, and everybody loves a free trip to Disney.
That's right.
The ensemble's under the direction of Darren Ling, Jill Wilhelm, Maddie Wessel, Aaron Williams, and Mitch Hardy. And I got to give a special shout out to this next vehicle, our parade co-grand marshals for the baseball section, Kim and Bonnie Nuxall. If you drive through life with your heart, good things will happen, and that's Kim Nuxall at his finest. Kim, good to see you, my friend.
Hats off.
Kim and Bonnie have done so much to support our community. The Joe Nuxall Miracle League Field's a reflection of Joe Nuxall's legacy, their entire service to the Butler County and the surrounding area. Abigail Karanji, one of our Youth League athletes, also making the trip to Pigeon Forge this summer, is there.
So fun.
If you want to see good baseball, stop out at the Joe Nuxall Miracle League Fields. You won't regret it.
Those fields are the coolest thing.
They are.
I love biking there. It's the coolest, most well-kept, beautiful area.
And that's Kim Nuxall. He is down there working every single day to make sure it's in good shape. And also another great inclusive baseball program, the Butler County Challenger League.
Do they play out at the Miracle League?
They don't play at the Miracle League fields. I forget. I think they might play at the Civitan. But another great adult league program, because at the Miracle League fields, we have an adult league that plays on Friday nights. It serves about 150 athletes. Our oldest player, Freddie Hoover, is 79 years old.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So
Still
cool.
going for it.
He is.
Super cool.
This last half of the parade whipping through a little quicker than the first half did.
Yeah, there's the Pater Worship Center.
And how about this thing? Oh, my gosh.
I think this is luxurious wraps.
How can you seem to drive?
Insurance company's worst nightmare.
They're a full custom wrap shop, and they specialize in custom design and wraps for any need, which is pretty fun. They're really showing it off here, because this is crazy.
Like, I don't even know how you get into this. Like, okay, I'm about to start with this truck. I want to have it convulse. And I want to put a bubble machine on the back.
Yeah, doesn't everyone?
Yeah,
I think that's an obvious move for your car.
I just don't even know how the wheels stay on the ground with that much movement. It's a beautiful vehicle, though, themed with like a tiki wrap. Really cool.
Yeah, so many cool wraps.
Got Dustin's Auto Repair and Towing, just in case something happens with that wrap truck, I guess.
Just pick them on up. Just carry them the rest of the way. Yeah, seriously.
Located.
That's right. There's the Butler County Right to Life coming up here. And there are so many things to do tonight in Hamilton.
My gosh.
We've got the fireworks happening tonight, which is super fun.
And we'll be live.
And we'll be live. So if you want to go to see the fireworks, but maybe you don't want to go to the fireworks, you can watch it live on Facebook.
And there's so much here in the square already. Flub's Ice Cream was open. I am super jealous. There's a kid just going ham on a vanilla soft serve cone over here.
As it should be.
Yeah.
He knows the theme. He's got it.
It's all about the theming.
It really is. There's snow cones. We've got it all here, honestly. We're trying to cool you off.
And again, we want to give a special thanks to all of our parade committee members who make this tremendous parade happen. Troy and Kathy Schwabel, who put so much work into this. those of us who play a part in it, we're hearing from Troy like back in the winter that he's already starting on stuff and lining up parade grand marshals. He does an incredible job, and it's paid off with this year's event. 100 units, 1,700 participants, and get this, from start to finish, you are looking at a mile of parade, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing they told me, Vanessa, before we came on air, by the time the front of the parade reached the end point, which is right over the High Street Bridge, the end of the parade will just be leaving the Butler County Fairgrounds.
That is quite a parade.
And think about all the logistical organization that goes into something like this. And Troy and Kathy and the entire committee and everybody who works on this just put so much work into it. The City of Hamilton Department of Infrastructure, again, helping us make this a reality by making sure we've got good power connections, everything's running full speed, no glitches. They do a tremendous job. We're just so thankful for
They
them.
really do. They're out in full force. There are no holidays for the City of Hamilton.
No holidays, yeah.
Really
Their
aren't.
holiday is July 5th.
That's right. That's right.
They
can
maybe
take a
relax
nap
a little bit
after that.
tomorrow.
Yeah, they can definitely take a nap. We have the Father Butler Council of, what is that, 968 from Hamilton.
And I believe these are the 7-mile emergency vehicles. And we always joke, because they have such cool vintage vehicles.
Yeah.
If you live in 7 Mile and your house catches on fire, you better pray it's not this one coming up third in line that shows up.
I don't really know if that one is quite as functional. It is being towed at this point.
Yeah, especially, notice the fact that it is not running on its own volition.
Yes. But that's okay. It looks pretty cool for the parade. We'll accept
it's just
it.
such a cool vehicle. It takes you back in time just like that the second you see it.
Like, what year is that? Where did it come from? What was it doing? Is that the 20s?
It says it's a 1924 Dodge.
Man.
Yeah.
1924.
And a little bit more modern vehicle for the 7 Mile
cool.
Fire Department.
Very cool.
Also coming through, we have the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints.
And we are headed into a couple of really fun organizations that are part of Hamilton and the surrounding area.
About a quarter of this parade left, it looks like.
And soon we'll have the Edgewood Marching Band, so stay tuned for that. That's exciting.
And again, you're watching TV Hamilton's live coverage of the City of Hamilton 4th of July Parade, presented by the Michael J. Colligan Fund and the Hamilton Community Foundation. Again, if you didn't hear us at the outset, we've got to make mention again, for those of you who have heard the name Michael J. Colligan year after year after year that we've done this parade, and don't know who he is. He was a veteran who opened a fund with the Hamilton Community Foundation to support community events just like this one, Memorial Day programming. So it's great to have that kind of seed fund or that foundation fund to make sure that programs like this go on in perpetuity.
When we were talking about all the ways the Hamilton Community Foundation has just poured into this community and the surrounding area, and honestly, to understand all the ways they've committed, they've helped this community is incredible. We have Joshua Smith, the city manager, just rolled by.
And also the Last Ohio Militia, a survival brotherhood ready to meet the needs of all Ohioans. And I hear a little marching band music, Vanessa. That's the Edgewood High School Marching Cougars from Trenton, Ohio.
It's made up of 9th through 12th graders, and they compete in the OMEA competitive marching band circuit. Let's take a listen.
I think we caught a little tail end of their fight song.
Oh, yes. Here they go. The Marching Cougars have qualified for state finals the last several years and received the top rating of Superior. Go Marching Cougars!
And I know Steve Caldwell knows this all too well, but the work that goes into just getting a marching band to show up at a parade or at another event, there's so much that goes into it. I always love seeing these big vehicles because it reminds you of the parents who are giving so much service and all they do. Look at this mask. Jeff, make sure we get the camera on this guy.
He knows the theme.
I think
Dinosaurs, apple
he
pie.
got the memo that the first theme was Jurassic Park,
Oh, yeah.
and then we changed it.
That was a rejected
to
theme. Yeah.
baseball, apple pie, and ice cream. But a good attempt.
Yeah, good try.
A good
You just
attempt.
didn't get the new memo.
That's AMVETS Post 1983.
We also have the AMVET of the Year
Very
rolling
cool.
up.
Now, why does it not surprise me that they might be in the running for one of the best floats?
They always are. They
Look at
really
this.
go for it. It's the Presbyterian Church.
Yes,
They're
it
excited to be participating in today's parade. They've been participating in the Hamilton Parade since the late 90s. And here's Pastor John cooling
John,
everyone off.
Cool me off, John. They told me the equipment is water safe.
They said that. They were like,
Look at that.
Thank
This
you,
is beautiful.
Pastor John.
Man, this is Christian hospitality. Thank
That's
you, brother.
right.
Oh, my goodness.
Flubs isn't the only place with great Sundays.
That's tremendous.
Wow, what
Man, look
a
at that.
great float.
The
Good
ice cream,
job.
the apple pie, the baseball. I don't know if I get a vote in this, but
They win, as
I
far
think
as I'm
that's gotta
concerned.
be it.
And plus, they cooled us off.
So
which
well
is
done.
really all we're asking, honestly.
Yeah, I love that.
As long as you didn't get electrocuted. we're
Yeah,
good.
we didn't. We no
Yeah.
electrocution.
Yeah.
We feel pretty good for the most part right now.
Man, that was nice. Did they get you too? Or
Yeah, oh
just me?
yeah, that
Felt
was good. I like that. Yeah.
It is a hot one, so we always go back between hot parades or weather inclement parades. Fortunately, not a cloud in the sky. Unfortunately, not a cloud in the sky because we have gotten like zero shade throughout
Yes.
this parade. But I will say, we've had much hotter than this.
Yes, for sure. I mean, this is, at least it's only 81 right now.
Without a doubt.
Past parades, it was already 95. Oh, we have the
oh
West
my
Side Lowriders, in case you were wondering. Their annual picnic will be held at the Butler County Fairgrounds on September 9th.
And that I did not expect out of these vehicles.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the bounce.
Wow, that is a lot of bounce. How'd this happen? How did it start? I just want to know. The history of lowriders.
We'll have to cut to a history segment.
Yeah,
I bet
just
Steve
a-
Caldwell
Yeah.
knows.
Historical
Speaking of
lowrider
Steve
segment.
Caldwell, we've got to give a big shout out to our entire crew here. Jeff's out on the street, Jacob's in the truck, Sam's in the truck, Steve's in the truck. Jennifer's out here keeping everybody back out of the camera view.
That's right.
She's got a cattle prod. If anybody gets in the way, just pop. Wait,
Yeah.
knock them back.
She knows what she's doing. She knows.
I will say we've been a little light on motorcycles
Yeah.
in this year's parade.
Yeah.
Usually I feel like there's a few more. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first one that I can recall.
Yeah, besides the beginning,
Yeah.
the escorts.
Right, right.
Yeah, totally. Ooh, coming up, there's another antique fire engine, which is really fun.
This one not being towed.
No, this
So they
one's
do run.
function. Who knew? It's the Ross Township 1928 fire truck, and it's a Ford Model AA fire engine built in Hamilton, and it's Ross Township's very first fire engine.
Man, talk about some history. Your very
Yes.
first fire engine.
Rolling up.
To have
Oh,
that
amazing.
still be operational. So cool.
Yeah, super cool. Wow.
I believe this is Maria for Life, an organization promoting a culture of life in the city of Cincinnati. Now, the second I say that we haven't seen a motorcycle,
There they are.
I look down the street and there's about 20 of them.
You I think you called it.
We brought it into fruition.
Yeah,
right?
you really did. You brought them here. And here they are, about to roll down this street.
Looks like a rowdy group. I believe this is Nick and Norm's Tavern. I just saw on the flag. Yeah, Nick and Norm's Tavern.
They're a local business.
Be sure to support them, and of course all the local businesses that are great throughout Hamilton and the surrounding communities. There's so many great new restaurants, so many great new places to stop and just enjoy life. The city's made a resurgence in so many incredible ways over the past decade or so, and good to see that being celebrated in this parade.
It really is. Small businesses are the heartbeat of a town, and we really embrace that here. We have the St. Clair Township and New Miami Life Squad. And their medic is 231 and 232. They provide emergency medical service for the residents and visitors of St. Clair Township.
I got to laughing. I don't know if you can see this in the distance. There's something intentionally on fire near the end of the parade. I'm not sure what it is. We'll have to see that when we get closer. But I'm just watching all the city people freak out because there's these flames shooting into the sky, and they're doing it like right around the traffic light.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how expensive a traffic light is, but we might have to take up a collection.
Oh no. Yeah, that's fire. At least we have a couple of life squads around.
Again,
help
Troy
us
and
out.
Kathy strategically well positioning, and the rest of the committee. Let's put the fire truck right next to
they know
the
what they're doing,
Inferno
guys.
truck.
Yeah, the Inferno truck.
I really want to see what this is.
Yeah, what is that?
There's nothing in our script that said we're going to be shooting 20-foot flames out of a vehicle.
No, I don't see that.
You'd think that'd be an important detail you'd want to include, but
no. Maybe they were a late add to the parade, just fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Is that a hot air balloon?
oh, that, you know what? I think Steve Caldwell, that looks like a hot air balloon without the balloon.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Gee,
Yes. That's just a lot of fire.
Yeah.
Well, they are hot when you're in a hot air balloon.
Yeah, they really are. That's a lot of flames.
DJ Christian coming through in this vehicle, Butler County's best of Butler County local DJ finalist.
Oh, so fun. This 14-year-old DJ has played many venues,
14
benefits,
years old.
and parties all over town the last 2 years. He had his own radio show on Hamilton's own Rooster Radio, and you can look him up and book him on Facebook.
Very cool.
That's cute. His own little squad, own little vehicle. That's fun.
All right, I'm just watching
The
because
fire and the Boy Scouts.
the guys pulling the ripcord on the Inferno balloon. They have beer, like oversized beer mugs.
Yeah, it just seems like a combo that I didn't expect.
All right,
I don't know.
So this traffic light is safe. Now, there we go.
We just passed the Cub Scouts from Pack 924.
The craft beer and air show of hops and hangers. Okay.
We got it.
Now
Now
it
we
makes
know what
sense.
it is.
And you can't feel the heat coming off of that.
Oh, yeah, you can. Those people,
Wow.
they are not sweating either. What is the deal with
I
these
just
people?
Singed my leg here.
Yeah, I just have no eyebrows left,
Yeah.
and it's the craft beer and air show event. It's the Middletown Regional Airport in a hangar.
Tickets are on sale for that one now.
It's pretty fun. Hopsinahanger.com.
And I think this is Zion Lutheran Church, always providing a nice little chorus.
Oh, here's the Joe Copus for school board. What a cute little logo. Always got to respect those cute logos.
That is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The mortar board on there, that's
Yeah,
a
I
nice touch.
appreciate that. This is the John Hamilton, or wait, what is this? Don Community School, giving Cincinnati area students the chance they deserve to learn and excel in non-traditional settings. And that's their mission at the Don Community High School.
And then we're followed up by Steve Caldwell's work vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's what he rides every day.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
This is I didn't even know this existed, the Crown Vic Boys Car Club. It's not just that they exist, it's that they're chapter 51.
Yeah.
So there's at least 50 other chapters of these guys.
They're rolling around.
The Crown Vic Club.
Where do you park these? What do you do with them?
I don't know, but the lights on that green and black one,
Look at those headlights.
so impressive, yeah. I mean,
And
there's
the
a lot of
rims.
detail put into these.
Shoot, yeah. I heard that this is what Steve drives every day.
Uh-huh.
One of them. He just picks up one of them and
Steve,
rolls
are
into
you
work.
the president of the Crown Vic Club?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
in
what I
your
thought.
in your free time?
Yes.
Yeah. I knew it.
Huh. Interesting. I believe that's their first year entered in the parade. I don't remember announcing
neither do I.
them before. We are nearing the end of this year's parade, again presented by the Michael J. Colligan Fund as part of the Hamilton Community Foundation.
This parade is 1 mile long.
An entire mile.
And it's been an incredible and fun experience with all these unique cars.
Been a lot of variety in this year's parade. Again, the theme was baseball, apple pie, and ice cream. Pretty good trio. Nothing more American than that.
Nope. Amazing.
Maybe just add fireworks in there.
Yeah, add some fireworks and bagpipes, apparently.
And bagpipes, yeah.
We don't know why.
That was good.
It makes you feel like something's right. Something's right.
It's very
Mayberry.
ceremonial. Mayberry. That's a good,
Yeah, that's a good ad.
Good
Yeah.
suggestions. Speaking of Mayberry, this is Barney Fife's vehicle, apparently.
This is the Hamilton Fairfield Antique Car Parade. It's a sneak preview because it rolls through Hamilton downtown every year.
Yeah, they do a great job. We just had our car show down at the Joe Nuxall Miracle League Fields, and we had some people talking about how much they love that antique car parade and how they love seeing them park around the courthouse and all the just nostalgia that comes with that.
Right. And it's on July 22nd this year, and it's a really fun. It's not overly loud either, which is really fun. And it's, you can go out, look at the cars. It's really nice. It rolls right downtown. And it usually is the fourth Saturday, so it feels like it's usually later in July, but this one is a little earlier. I feel like if you have that car, you have to wear a cowboy hat
You
with
do,
it.
yeah.
It's just part of it.
It's fitting. And your name is probably Tex.
Yeah, Tex.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not a car guy myself, so I never quite know how to call out specific vehicles, but this mint green one here, stunning.
Yeah, it's like Back to the Future.
It is, yeah.
It feels good.
It's a stunning vehicle.
Yeah.
I believe that this is State
Sarah
Representative Sarah
Carruthers.
Carruthers.
Yeah.
Representative Carruthers, always good to see you.
Then we have George Lang, State Senator. And then we have my favorite part. I just really like those horses. The police patrol on the horses. I really always think that's so cool.
You like the horses in a parade until you have to walk by.
Yeah, there's
it's a whole different
there's a
story.
cost
Yep.
to be associated with them, and it is a little street cleanup,
Yep.
which always happens. Usually right in front of us somehow. Don't know, but it's like, is there a lever they press? I'm not sure. Ooh, I like this pony. So cute.
Got some smaller ones coming through here.
This consists of 4-H groups and adults from local barns. So we have horses from all different areas. Oh, Sparkles.
I was
See,
gonna
this
say,
is good. See,
I think that horse was at Taylor Swift.
yeah, oh, it was. So is everybody.
I don't know much of anything about Taylor Swift, but every picture I saw, people were just covered in glitter.
You have to be. Taylor Swift brought out the glitter
She
this
brings
year.
out the glitter,
And
okay.
honestly, what a show. That was such a fun. I didn't get to go, but I watched vicariously on social media.
yeah.
Yeah, I was there. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, so cute.
Super cute.
Oh, I love them. See, glitter. I'm telling you. It's everywhere. It's
It
happening.
is. And as the horses round out, again, perfect strategic placement. The City of Hamilton street sweepers.
That's right. They're scheduled through the summer months of Hamilton. And they do. They pick up the leaves and whatever the horses leave behind.
Working extra hard today.
Yeah, today is
And again, this has just been another tremendous parade. We're thankful to Troy and Kathy Schwabel, the entire parade committee who puts this on. Actually, not bad timing considering how long this parade was. They stepped off down at the fairgrounds at 10 o'clock a.m. and now they're wrapping things up at about 11:45. Vanessa, this was a fun one.
It was.
Although we didn't get any ice cream.
No. Where was my apple
We
pie?
didn't get any apple pie.
But it
Nobody
was-
handed us a baseball.
No.
So the theme was vicariously lived through all of you. We hope
Yes.
that today was really a wonderful day for you to celebrate our country, to celebrate a community of people coming together to value independence, freedom, and all the things that make America great. A big thanks to the entire crew here at TV Hamilton. Jeff behind the camera, who has reapplied sunscreen at least 27 times.
No less.
We got Steve in the truck, Jacob, Sam, Jennifer, Stephen out on the street. They just do a tremendous job making our job so easy every year. Vanessa, this is like our third or fourth year doing it together.
We love
it's
it.
always so much fun.
It's a tradition.
Now we got to go beat the Flubs line.
Yeah,
before
we do,
everybody
'cause
else
it is
realizes
growing.
they're there, because we got to get our own ice cream, apparently. That's how this works. Again, thanks for having us be a part of your Independence Day. From the entire crew here at TV Hamilton, I'm Ty Bradshaw.
And I'm Vanessa Cannon.
Thanks again, and happy Independence Day,
Happy
everybody.
4th.